So this process is basically known as photosynthesis. Yes, this particular process, means the food making process in case of plants, itself is considered that it is photosynthesis. Now, as over here you can see in this particular chart over here that it is made up of two important terms, that is photo and synthesis. So let's get into the meaning of these two terms so that we can understand that why this particular process is having a specific name and what is its importance or speciality. Okay, so in case of photo, it simply means light. But what kind of light are we talking about? So we are actually talking about the sunlight. Yes, it is about the sunlight. And what is the other term that we have here? It is synthesis. And what does this mean? It means putting things together or forming things all together. That means it is talking about the mixing and matching of two or more things getting converted into something which is the complete different result of all the raw materials. So what exactly the term photosynthesis means here? That it is basically a process where something will be synthesized, means something will be formed in the presence of sunlight. So what exactly it means and what are the important aspects which are related with the process of photosynthesis and plants? So let's get into it. Now over here we have this particular picture and this particular description which gives you an insight of the process. So first of all we'll look into the definition and then we will coming back to the picture. Now what exactly the definition says? It says that it is basically a process by which green plants, yes, means photosynthesis is related with the green plants. So now I think you can make out that why we have this green leaf over here in the picture. Okay, so it says it is the process by which green plants make their own food, means they are making their own food, they are not dependent on other organisms. Now what are they using for this particular process? They are using carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, and they are doing it in the presence of sunlight. And that is why the whole process is known as photosynthesis. Now here comes another aspect, that what exactly are we going to get as a product after the process of photosynthesis? So it says it is glucose and oxygen. So I know this thing, that out of these 6 components, that is carbon dioxide, water, chlorophyll, sunlight, glucose and oxygen, most of you must be knowing about 4 components, that is carbon dioxide, you must be knowing that what exactly it is. Then water, I hope you all know what exactly water is, we have already done that concepts related with water. Then we have sunlight, then we have oxygen. So these are the 4 components. I believe that you must be knowing this thing, but let's recall all those things. Carbon dioxide is the gas which we exhale, and this is the gas which is present in the atmosphere. Same is with the oxygen, but we are not exhaling it, we are inhaling it. And where do we find it? We find it in the atmosphere. Now what exactly is water? This we have done a lot of time. Our previous chapters were based on water only, so I don't need to explain that further. And the last thing, that is sunlight, that is basically the light, light energy that we getting with the sun, with the help of the sun, the solar energy we are getting from the sun. Now comes the rest of the 2 things, that is chlorophyll and glucose. So chlorophyll is basically a green colored pigment, that means it is going to provide green color to the plant part. On the other hand, when we talk about the glucose, glucose is basically that product, that sugar which is present in the nature, and this particular sugar has the capability, of providing instant energy to the body parts for the plants as well as the human beings. So, even whatever we are eating, that is also for the fulfilling the requirement of glucose. Now, you can say that okay, these components over here, they must be having an important role in the whole process, but why is it so that this particular diagram has these arrows in a specific direction, like sunlight, carbon dioxide and water? They are pointing towards the leaf. On the other hand, oxygen, glucose, they are pointing away from the leaf. So, the reason behind this is that sunlight, carbon dioxide and water will be taken up by this particular green leaf, which already have chlorophyll in it. On the other hand, the oxygen and glucose will be formed after the process, which will be released out of the plant body.